Your money is losing power. Behind me, we see the annual inflation rate given to us by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. As you can see, there has not been a single negative year in the last 7 years. This means that your money is losing value. That each dollar that you own is purchasing less and less value each year. This is a very scary time as groceries, gases, and other expenses continue to rise in price. Your dollar earns less. I'm Truman Lamers, and I've taken the AP Microeconomics course, and I'm currently in a money management course at Rhinelander High School. I'm also part of a family that knows a lot about finances, and I'm here to tell you how to fight back against this inflation rate. In order to fight back, we'll have to go through 3 steps. The first of the step is opening a brokerage account. Once we have an open brokerage account, we'll have to find an investment plan that suits you, your family, and your needs. And third, we'll manage your portfolio. First, I'll introduce you to 3 types of bank accounts. The first type of bank account is a savings account. As you can see, you do earn interest in the savings account, meaning the money that is in that account will be earning more money, but this rate is typically about 1%, which is less than the rate of inflation, which means although you're earning money, you really are losing purchasing value of that money. Savings accounts are typically for emergency funds or any unplanned kind of expense that's set aside. The next account is a checking account. Checking accounts earn absolutely 0 interest. Once again, meaning inflation is at a higher rate and your money is losing purchasing power. The good thing about checking accounts is that there's easy access and it's good for spending money and flowing money from one individual to another. The third account we'll be focusing primarily on today is a brokerage account. Brokerage accounts are made primarily for investing. You can buy and sell different investments throughout this account, and it's very easy to open, as we'll see in the next slide. In order to open a brokerage account, all you have to do is walk into your nearest bank and say, "I'd like to open a brokerage account," and they'll help you from there. The good thing about opening a brokerage account is there's absolutely no opening fees. So it's free of charge. All it takes is a question and you'll have an account. Also, if you are not comfortable going in and facing that human interaction, you can do it all online from the comfort of your own couch. Now that we have an open brokerage account, it's time for us to find a plan. The first step in finding a plan is establishing your risk level. All different kinds of people have different risk levels, and that will factor into what kind of investments you will make in your life. Once we kind of have a judgment of our risk level and know what kind of risk we're willing to take, we'll set goals for ourselves. This goal can be a time frame, a certain purchase you want to make, or a certain value that you want to hit. Once we have a goal and establish our risk level, it's time to set a time frame. Whether you're planning for retirement in 40 years or saving up for a new car purchase just 6 months down the road, investing can help you get there. It's all about setting yourself a standard and sticking to that standard. As you can see here, the stock market's total return over the last 150 years has been a casual incline. This means that investing early and letting your money ride out is almost always the best plan. So if you're planning for retirement and you're looking into the future 40 years, the best time to start is right now. Now our third and final way of managing our money is to manage your investments. The first thing to manage is stocks. Stocks are the riskiest kind of investment. So as we talked about earlier, if you have a high risk, this is mostly what you're going to go for. The way to earn money with stocks is buying low and selling high. You can also receive dividends. So as the company that you are investing in earns money and has success, you will receive a part of the success. Another thing with stocks is typically a higher risk stock is going to result in higher rewards as well. The next type of investment is a bond. Bonds are a lot lower risk. Bonds, you make money by letting the bond reach its maturity date. So you buy a bond, 10 years ago, and now after 10 years that bond has matured, it's time for you to go collect your money and you'll earn an interest rate on that set aside amount of money. typically a lot higher than the rate of inflation, therefore earning your money more purchasing power. Bonds come in two forms, company bonds and government bonds. Company bonds are a little bit more similar to stocks, where that rate of that you were receiving can fluctuate, and it's a little more risky because you don't exactly know what you're going to get out of that. Government bonds are a lot safer, as a company can go under, but a government's typically going to stay there for a good period of time. The third and final type of investment is a mutual fund. Mutual funds are the lowest of all these, lowest risk of all these funds. The mutual fund results by many people coming together on one big investment, and it is much safer than an individual stock because it's multiple different stocks and bonds combining together and splitting that risk of each individual bond among multiple people and multiple different stocks. This is called diversification. Diversification is the number one way to reduce risk when you're investing. Diversification can come in many forms. It can come in the form of different industries such as technology, or as you see here, food, entertainment, many different kinds of industries. It can also come from different countries. Stocks come from almost every country in the world you can purchase a stock from, whether it's America, Canada, or overseas in Europe. There's also different market caps. Typically, a higher market cap is a result of a longer standing business and a more successful business, while lower market cap's a little bit riskier. You're kind of investing earlier in that business lifespan, but that could also result in a higher reward, as we talked about earlier. There's also, as we talked about, different investment types. So whether you're high risk and are going for more of the individual stock, or a low risk and going for more of a bond or a mutual fund. All right, now we have covered 3 ways to find success and fight back against the rate of inflation. First, we're going to open a brokerage account. Then we're going to create a plan. And finally, we'll manage your investments. Doing these 3 steps will help you gain the power back to your money and fight off the detrimental causes of the rates of inflations. Now you have all the knowledge you need to know to become a successful stockbroker. Thank you. I've been Truman Langers.
Good job, Drew.
Yay! Good job.
We have Mom and Aunt Jennifer and Grandma and Grandpa Urban and me.